Now, it is my absolute pleasure and honor to introduce this next segment. For the past few months, we have been putting together an audio drama set in the Quantum Leap universe. This was a project that took our whole crew, plus some new members of the crew. It's created by Jill Arroway, who has a lot of experience doing audio dramas. It's called Quantum Leap, The Impossible Dream. This is the first installment of it. Enjoy.
What if you could leap into the past, still facing mirror images that were not your own, still driven by an unknown force to change history for the better, and still guided by a hologram that only you could see and hear? But now you are also able to leap home. We've solved the problem. We live the impossible dream.
Mr. Taylor, good to meet you at last.
Call me Peter.
Then you must call me Ryan.
So this is it. Project Quantum Leap.
This is it.
You know, I read all the documents from the original Project Quantum Leap.
I would expect nothing less. Quantum Leap was originally top secret, but that was 25 years ago. Now it's declassified and the government are no longer interested. That's why we need private funding. Come on, let me show you around. Meet the gang.
I'd be honored. But before all that, I do have a couple of questions.
Fire away.
This is a time machine, right? I can understand why the government would want that kept secret. What I don't understand is why they would stop keeping it a secret. Are they not concerned that it might fall into the wrong hands?
It's because God can't be controlled by the government, or anybody else, the wrong hands included. The government wanted to affect major events in history. Quantum Leap can't do that. We can't control the leaps. No one can. No one on Earth, anyway. Every jump through time, or leap, is controlled by an unknown force for good. The previous Quantum Leap project suggested it could be God, and that possibility is still not ruled out. God, or time, or fate, or whatever, is in complete control of the Quantum Leap process. We just get to tap the buttons.
That's what I read. And that problem hasn't been solved?
We don't see it as a problem. If anything, it's a good thing. It protects history from disastrous changes. Ah, here we are. Peter, I'd like to introduce you to my wife. This is Amber Leigh. She's a leaper.
Pleased to meet you. You're a time traveler?
I am.
How does it feel to step into Sam Beckett's shoes?
Exhilarating.
Come on, there's more to see. This is the waiting suite, and allow me to introduce you to our resident psychologist, psychiatrist, and counselor, Dr. Lawrence McKenzie.
Pleased to meet you.
And you?
Lawrence here looks after our guests from the past while they spend time here. This suite is directly below the main Project Quantum Leap floor. As you can see, this is a fully equipped facility. From our guests' point of view, this is like the best hotel suite they've ever stayed in, with an in-suite medical care, which they will need because they arrive here disoriented.
So let me make sure I understand this correctly. Amber travels back into the past and replaces an individual from that time. The person who gets replaced ends up here?
Right,
That must be confusing for them.
right. And not just because of the time travel. There are always memory problems associated with leaping. Nothing serious, just something we need to be aware of.
If there were an actual leapy here, you would need to wear special glasses.
Why?
The leaping process causes our guests to be surrounded by an aura, which make them look like Amber. We've developed special glasses which enable us to see the actual person as they really are.
And Amber looks like the person she's replacing.
Exactly. Although not to me. That's because she and I have a neurological link so that my image can appear to her in the past.
Guys, the accelerator's resetting. We have a new mission.
What's going on?
We're being given a new mission.
By who?
Him.
Oh.
I'll get ready.
The leap date is January 27th, 2010. That's a Wednesday. Location, I think somewhere in Missouri.
Do we know anything about the objective?
No, I think that's all we're getting. Ziggy?
For now, that's all we know. We won't know any more until after the leap.
Ziggy is a very special program. The original Ziggy was designed by Sam Beckett.
Of course, the original Ziggy would fit on a phone these days.
We've made some improvements since then. Actually, our Barbie made most of them. The new Ziggy requires today's computing power.
Okay, I'm ready.
Love the white turtleneck.
And I love you too.
Is the waiting suite ready?
Dr. McKenzie is standing by. Neurological link is active. The imaging chamber is powered up. We are good to go.
Well then, this is it. Let's change history.
3, 2, 1.
We've been going nonstop prepping for Trip Vanderbilt's election party tonight. Speaking of which, I noticed you're not on the guest list.
When you leave, the game is always to figure out who you are, where you are, and why you're here. I looked around and I could see I was in the living room of a house. The TV was on, but I didn't recognize the program. I was alone in the room and there were no mirrors that I could see, but I was holding a phone in my hand, so I tapped on the camera app and flipped to the front-facing camera. Wow, I'm a teenage girl. And I have a text. Send the money by tomorrow, or your photos will be on the internet for all to see. Oh boy.
Quantum Leap, The Impossible Dream was created and written by Jill Arroway, starring Tawny Finneran as Amber Leigh and Juan Morrow as Ryan Leigh, with Hayden McQueenie as Peter Taylor, Suzanne Smiley as Barbie Sutton, Peter Voynisak as Dr. Lawrence Mackenzie, and Siri as Ziggy 2.0. Episode 1 was edited, cast, produced, and directed by Albert Mark Burdge. Narration by Suzanne Smiley. Quantum Leap, The Impossible Dream is produced in association with the Quantum Leap podcast and is a Barren Space production.